Welcome to SourceLead Vendor Onboarding Process. In this video, we are going to discuss the vendors and how they are onboard successfully using SourceLead platform. Once we invite a vendor for onboarding, vendor receives an email to step in. Vendor onboarding can be done by adding vendor and vendor contact. Now, we will look into the benefits of vendor onboarding process using SourceLead. Accurate vendor. SourceLead signifies by verifying all the reliable data. New organizations can be created which acts as high-level entities, file uploading and web forms that allow vendors to upload files and submit web forms that you need as part of the process. Integrated workflow management, where the solution provides a workflow component that obtains approvals from client organization. Configurable forms and requirements signifies that our vendor onboarding portal is completely configurable so you can capture the information you need for your business. Security. SourceLead provides stringent information and data security for your vendors. Now we will see how to create a vendor onboarding process using SourceLead application. To initiate the process, user needs to click on the Vendors tab. Vendors dashboard displays with a list of vendors. SourceLead provides an efficient vendor management system by gathering all the documents and data required for a vendor. Go to List by Contact page. Vendor contacts list will be displayed here. To start the process, user needs to click on Add Vendor. Vendor will be added once user completes the step-by-step process of vendor details, documents, and tasks. Vendor details section will be displayed with vendor details and contact details. If vendor organization is registered with SourceLead, details will be auto-populated in the corresponding fields after the entry of vendor name. If not, user needs to enter the details manually. Here, payment terms defined as payment to be credited for the particular duration of time. The billing address represents the client address. User can select the required onboard templates to configure documents and tasks through the field. Under contact details, user needs to fill the particular details of the contact. Here, the user can select multiple owners and send the invitation. Click Save and Continue to navigate to Documents section. SourceLead enhances the centralized onboarding document repository. It's highly configurable by processing the considerable documents between the organizations. With the help of SourceLead, paperwork-related activities are reduced and consumption of time is decreased. In this section, SourceLead configures a list of documents by default. The user can configure other documents if required. Here, the user has options to make documents as mandatory or even delete them. Click Save and Continue to navigate to Tasks section. The user can add tasks to the vendor organization. Here, tasks acts as a remainder between the two organizations. This helps them monitor the onboarding process and ensure all the tasks are completed. User can add multiple tasks from here. Click on Finish. Vendor onboarding will be done, and details will be saved in the vendors list. Email will be forwarded to the vendor. User can search for the added vendor in the list. The invitation status will be in resend until the vendor accepts the invitation. Now, verify email forward vendor invitation and login credentials. Before executing the vendor onboarding process, user needs to activate his account in SourceLead application using activation link. Now, log in as a vendor with forwarded email credentials. Now, user needs to click on the notifications to accept the vendor invitation. Click Accept to start their vendor onboarding process. The user will get 3 sections to achieve the onboarding process. They are Details, Documents, and Tasks. Once user updates all the details what client has requested, then the organization will have complete access to the SourceLead application. In Details section, vendor can find client details, client contact details, company details, additional details and bank details. Client details, client contact details and company details will be in view-only mode. User needs to fill the additional details and bank details to proceed to Documents section. Click on Save and Continue. In Documents section, user needs to submit the client-requested documents. Using SourceLead application, sharing of documents between clients and vendors is easier. Click Save and Continue to navigate to Tasks section. Here, Tasks section displays the client tasks. The user can verify the client assigned tasks, and click on Finish to complete the vendor onboarding process. Vendor onboarding process will get done and navigates to dashboard page. The invited organization will be created as a client and displays in the clients list. The status will be in accepted stage, once the invitation is accepted. Now, skip to vendors list. User can find the contacts link. Click on it. Add contact page will be opened. From here, the user can add a new point of contact for the existing vendor. Select the vendor from drop-down you are supposed to add a contact for. Enter the contact credentials. And click on Save. Contact will be added to the respective vendor. To view the vendor summary in tabs, click on View icon. Vendor summary will be displayed. In Details section, user can find the vendor details and if needed, user can edit the details. Go to Contacts tab. Added vendor contacts will be displayed here. If required, the user can add new contacts from here. Click on Documents tab. List of added documents will be displayed. If required, user can add the new contract documents from here. Go to Jobs tab. The jobs released to the particular vendor will be displayed here. Status of jobs and their counts can also be viewed. Under Contracts section, contracts related to vendor will be displayed as a single list. The user can perform actions, and can also be able to view the status of the contracts from here. Click on Bills. Here, bills is nothing but generated bills of a vendor. User can find the list of bills in a single tab. Under Associates tab, all the associates belonging to the particular vendor will be displayed as a single list. Click Notes. SourceLead provides an option called Notes. User can add the notes and save it as remainder for different modules. Go to Onboard Documents tab. Vendor submitted onboarding documents will be displayed in this section. Click Onboard Tasks. The tasks requested to the vendor will be displayed here. Go to List by Contact page to view the contact summary. Click on a particular contact summary to view his details and documents. By Edit option, contact details can also be edited. Go to Documents section. The added documents for the contact will be displayed. Here, user has an options to download, view, edit and delete the documents. SourceLead application also provides a feature of importing vendors. Using this, the user can import multiple vendors at a time. To import, user needs to download the vendor template. Open the template, fill the fields required, and save the template. Now, click on the Attach File option to upload the template. Click on Import action to import the file. Imported vendors will be saved to the list. SourceLead Bulk Import has unique features like merge, add, and delete. The user can merge the vendor imported with another vendor organization which has the similar vendor name. If the recommended vendors were different, then the user can add into new vendor organization by Add option. Delete option signifies user to delete the vendor record if not needed. To merge, the user should click on Merge option. Merge pop-up displays with the similar vendor names. Select the vendor name required and click on Merge. The vendor will be merged. Click on Add option to add a new vendor organization. Vendor will be added. Click on Remove or Delete option to remove the vendor. The vendor will be removed successfully. To filter the vendors or vendor contacts, click on the Advanced Search. The user needs to enter the required data to obtain the search results. Hence, the vendor results are filtered. The user can filter the vendors list based on tier. Here, tier represents the level of the organization. Find the export link. User can export the list of vendors and list of vendor contacts by clicking on the export link. The user can export the list in two formats. They are in PDF and Excel. View the PDF format. Click on Export Excel to download the Excel sheet of vendors. In List by Contact page, find the invitation filter to fetch the list based on invitation status. User can filter the status of resend, send, accepted and rejected states. The user can use status filter to fetch the active and inactive status records. The vendor contact will be inactive once his invitation got rejected. Thank you for watching.